A Supreme Court justice is calling out the federal government for what he calls an abuse of power during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. Conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch attached a statement to the court's decision to toss out a case regarding Republican-led states' request to keep the Title 42 immigration policy in place. In it, Gorsuch claims the coronavirus was used as an excuse to overreach and intrude on Americans' rights. Gorsuch used the Title 42 dismissal as an opportunity to expose what he calls the misuse of emergency powers by the federal government. Title 42 was first put in place in March of 2020. That's more than 3 years ago. It gave the government the right to immediately expel migrants on the basis of concerns over COVID-19. But Gorsuch says Title 42 is just one aspect of the government using COVID as cover for a heightened amount of authority. Gorsuch cited extensive lockdowns keeping people from leaving their homes, the ordered closures of churches, a federal ban forbidding landlords from evicting renters, and employees forced to choose between a vaccine or their livelihood. Measures that would have never been allowed in America until a pandemic sent local municipalities, states, and the nation into a frenzy of power. His statement read in part, quote, "Since March 2020, we may have experienced the greatest intrusion on civil liberties in the peacetime history of this country. Executive officials across the country issued emergency decrees on a breathtaking scale. Fear and the desire for safety are powerful forces. Even the ancients warned that democracies can degenerate toward autocracy in the face of fear." Pandemic policies may have come from a good place in the name of public safety during a pandemic, like Gorsuch said. And initially, people complied with the promise the COVID restrictions would expire. But time and time again, they were extended. Like Title 42 just lifting last week, the National Public Health Emergency, which gave the government sweeping powers to bypass Congress to spend and legislate, expired last week too. Executive decisions have been made in the name of COVID for the past 3 years. But a look at weekly COVID deaths in that time frame suggests the threat dramatically tapered off in January of 2022, a year and a half ago. Still, the government held on to its COVID emergency powers until last week.
At Straight Arrow News, we help you cut through the noise and break free from the mainstream. How do we do that? By utilizing our Media Mist tool, we'll show you what the liberal and conservative outlets aren't reporting. To check it out, head to straightarrownews.com.